Okay, well, I said what I said for today is more of maybe just like a thought exercise slash invitation to consider this. But I've been thinking about how, I don't know if you've been following the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping
Like
case.
vaguely.
Okay, same, vaguely. And I've seen so much about it
Yeah.
and how sad, right? And imagine, just imagine if we put this much like effort and publicity into children who go missing. Like, just imagine for a moment if we like enlisted the help of all the federal agencies and law enforcement and just all the people
Oh,
anytime a
yeah.
child goes missing.
Because, like, yeah, this is so interesting. And I love that you're saying this because when it's a celebrity, of course, naturally, like,
Yeah, high
to-
profile people.
totally,
And you know what? She deserves to be found. Of course, it's
absolutely.
devastating.
But also, like, in that, I feel like there have been like specific missing children cases that got like a lot of attention, but like how many children go missing a day?
Mm-hmm. I looked it up before this because I was curious. And it's like, it's tough because there are kids who run away, right? And there's like that classification of missing children, which is equally like very scary. You want to know where a child is.
Totally.
Um, and then for things like kidnappings and abductions and stuff like that, it's far less. I think it's like several hundred per year of like actual kidnappings and things like that, which is actually less than I would have thought it
Yeah.
was. But that's still that's a lot of kiddos going missing.
No,
And
absolutely.
like just imagine if we put our resources into finding children the same way that we're doing with a high profile person's mom.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's it.
no, and I love that. And I mean, like amplifying what you said. Yeah, I've been thinking this is so interesting because I was like away when this happened. I was like off my phone and I didn't know it happened until I came back to like being on my phone again and out of retreat. And um like of course like social media was like blowing up with all of
Yeah.
this. And it was really interesting because I kind of was like, like, I mean,
We're
I'm not
like,
like
who is
super,
this?
yeah, I was like, I'm not super connected to this. I don't know. And then also there was like the element of like, um, the discourse. I think it's so interesting the discourse that goes on online when stuff like this happens. And like, we haven't, I mean, like, maybe I'm like totally not remembering something right now, and that's possible, but like the last like big like child disappearance that like I remember getting a ton of like publicity in this way was like locally at least, or like I guess like was in our scope, was like Kyron Horman, which
Mm,
was like a boy who went missing when we were probably like in middle school. I don't
okay.
remember.
I don't remember.
And he was from the Portland area.
Okay.
But like other than that, like the other like
I'm thinking the first one that came to mind was the little girl Oakley from the foster care situation,
oh my
went
gosh.
missing, never
Yes.
found her, and I'm just thinking like, gosh, what if there was like this amount of force to find her
Her.
who was lost in the foster care system,
Which is
which happens.
insane.
Yeah, so it's like when you really start thinking about these different cases, it's it's like just disgusting to think about how little effort we put into like protecting and looking for and like making sure that the kids are safe. You know what I mean?
No,
And this
totally.
much bigger topic, but like just because this one seems to be like just a big highlight right now.
Yeah. Where like
Yeah.
there's a lot of discussion
Yeah.
about the kids.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Um, you guys, it wouldn't be an episode if Burke wasn't like trying to eat my literal hand. Um, but yeah, I love that you're talking about this. It's highlighting something for me. I've been watching a lot of I like for whatever reason the last few days, like being sick and just like laid
Mm-hmm.
up. My family has been watching a lot of like essentially like murder investigation, like 60-minute little episodes about like
Okay.
murder investigations and how they got solved, and like
Yeah.
the FBI is like involved in a lot of that. And most of it is like crimes that happened in like the 80s, 90s, or like,
Sure.
you know, like the before the 2010s.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about it is actually like how slow the process
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And I think there's like this misconception because of like, I'm not sure if it's movies and TV or like culture or like, I don't even know.
Maybe movies and some of the documentaries where you just see like the
Highlights
of like the first 48 or like, you know, like whatever the
right.
thing
Instead
is.
of like really recognizing that like, oh no, this was like, we were like following this serial killer for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, you would think, but like that's not how it works. Or like trying to extract information and how that works, like to be able to like get the like information you need, whether that's from like cell phones or security cameras or whatever. And how it's like actually such a slow process. And then when we aren't like putting like huge like rush or emphasis on it as a culture, like, and I feel like kids 100% are like getting lost in that shuffle. Some of these like murderers I've been
Oh, I can't even watch that stuff. It's so sad. It's so hard to watch.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is actually insane. Like so bizarre. Last night there was one that my parents were watching and I wasn't really watching it actually, and I had to like, I was like, I'm gonna be sick, I can't watch this. And they were like, my mom, I had been like in the other room doing stuff and I like came out to like maybe eat something and I wasn't feeling my best. And so I was like, I don't know, she's like, you know, can I cook you something? My mom's so cute, she just wants to like take care. And she's like, well, let me know if anything sounds good, I'll make it for you. And then I like overhear what's like happening on the television and I was like, I can't eat. Ew. I was like, ew, no.